ZheBeauties, and welcome back to another episode of ZheBeauty channel, where I'm your hostess, Janae. If you're new here, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below so you can keep updated when I'm uploading videos such as this one. Also remember, beauty is never to be judged, but to always be celebrated, because living is truly a lifestyle. Now, jumping right into this video, I am, as you can see, doing some skincare and skin prep, because that is the most important part of your makeup routine. If you're not hydrating your face and prepping your skin and doing a little bit of skincare before you start your actual application, then you should try it, because it actually helps your makeup to stay a little bit longer. And not only that, it also keeps your face hydrated throughout the day so that you get a more natural and seamless base. And so it is currently 4:37 in the evening, and I'm deciding to do a full glam, and let's do some chit chat. I was a little indecisive on what I wanted to do in this video today, but I was like, let me just go ahead and do a full glam, and because I want to go and pick up a few things. So I might be leaving out the house a little bit later than usual, depending on how fast I get done with this video. Then again, I might just leave it for tomorrow. You ever have something where you trying to finish everything in one day? Yeah, I stopped doing that. And then, you know, there's other days. You know, the eyebrows are already done. If you're new to my channel, just know I call all of my supporters beauties. So you are a beautiful soul, and I want you to always remember that. So if you want to join the beauty fam, go ahead and subscribe down below, so you don't miss out when I upload new videos such as this one. Now, I do have, if you guys go to my community board, I also have a thing that you guys can sign up for my newsletter, just so you guys can know when I'm uploading new videos, and you can also be aware if the notification button is not enough, you know. So go ahead and be sure to check out my beacon. I'll be sure to put the link here, right here, as well, and you can also check it out in the description box down below. If you want to know any of the products that I'm using in this video, they will also be listed in the description box down below. So make sure you are checking that out and checking out my community board, because if you're not keeping up with me, how the hell am I gonna keep up with you? If you can't keep up with me, how the hell do you expect me to keep up with you? Right? So let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Go ahead and grab your makeup brushes, your snacks, your tools, and whatever else you need, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So I am going in with my Morphe Mirror Magic palette, and I'm going in with the shade Warm Glare. So I'm taking this very fluffy brush here, I'm usually doing just makeup and how-to videos, and you know, kind of teaching you how to do makeup. That's kind of like what I do over here on my channel. But honestly, today I just want to go ahead and just do makeup and just chit chat. When I make these how-to videos, we're having a right way or wrong way to do makeup. It's more so just simply giving you a guide to how to start to be able for you to do your own makeup. It's just a push in the right direction, honestly, how I feel, because I really didn't have that when I started doing my makeup. It was kind of like trial and error, and just kind of doing my makeup however I wanted to, and I always wanted my makeup to look a certain way. So I decided to watch like different YouTube channel tutorials and different stuff like that. I always say, in order for you to get the type of look that you're going for, it's always good to have a little bit of inspiration, but also like don't copy it like verbatim, like literally make it your own. I always say, like, make anything that you do your own. Like if you want to know how to do your hair a different way, and your hairstyles, and just finding your signature and everything like that. I have been looking into finding my signature scents and finding like my signature clothes and the things that becoming that person that I've always knew I was. I want to go ahead and do my liner. So the liner that I am going in with is the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. liquid liner. This is in the shade Jet Black, and I kind of want to do a liner. So now, usually I don't like to do my liners on camera and at that talking, but since sum some things up, if you girlies are not checking out the Amazon storefront, They will have majority of the products listed, and you guys know how I love a good drugstore makeup. So I also have different products listed in my Amazon storefront, so you guys can be sure to check out some products that are drugstore instead of... Okay, so the mascara that I will be going in with today is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. And funny story about this mascara, I'm not sure if I told you guys yet already, but I went to CVS to pick up specific items because we all know how I be going into different stores and we pick up shit we don't need. So I was going in there I strictly told myself before I even got in the store that I was going in there for a specific thing. And this was one of the things that were on my item list that I was supposed to be getting, was this mascara. And so I would search down the aisle head to toe for this goddamn mascara, and they didn't even have it in stock. So I picked up something else besides getting this mascara. And I told myself, you know what? No, because I didn't come in here for this. So I decided to put this mascara down and proceed to walk out the store. And as I'm walking to the line to check out, I was approached by, well, the lady that was checking me out. She was a beautiful soul, like a beautiful, very, very beautiful soul. She was so sweet. She was so kind. And as she was checking me out, she was speaking on the table that I passed by a couple of times walking back and forward. And I'm gonna hold that thought real quick because the next step that we are going in with is foundation. And the foundation that I am going to be is my Maybelline Fit Me. I am going back to my Maybelline era because I absolutely love this foundation. She's one of ones and she just gets me right every time. So I am going to be resorting back. I've found myself that this has been in rotation for a minute now for me. So that is what I'm going to be using today. Is my Maybelline. It's funny because I reach for my drugstore makeup faster than I reach for my high-end makeup. It's so odd. I don't know. I just really love the formula of this Maybelline Fit Me. So I'm going to be just taking this flat brush, and I love just to apply like a few lines on my face just so I don't apply too much product. But yeah, back to the story. She was like, did you ever check out my table? And I was like, no, I seen it. I passed by it a couple of times, but I didn't know what it was for or anything like that. I just thought like it was she was like, no, this is my station. Every time I'm here, go ahead and check out that table and you can get a mascara. I have some mascaras over there on that table. And when I walked over there to the table, girl, lo and behold, it was the same exact mascara that I was looking for. And boy, was I happy. Wow. I was so excited because I really came in there for that CVS for that specific mascara. But low-key, the reason why I think I was rewarded for that is because I had put that item back. The item that I wasn't supposed to get, I actually put that item back. And when I put that item back, as soon as I put the item back, that lady was like, oh, did you ever check out my table? And so it was so serendipitous. It was really, really serendipitous. But I was super, super grateful because... yeah, I got the mascara that I actually came in there for. So I didn't have to pick up another product. And so the brush that I am going in with is the Ulta Beauty Precise Foundation brush. I honestly love the brushes that Sephora and Ulta have. Like, I'm always picking up items in Ulta, and I honestly love this Precise brush just because it's so lightweight and it's so, like, it's a durable brush. Like, these brushes have not... God forbid, these brushes have not, like, the way I clean them and everything, they have lasting with me for a while. So, yeah, I absolutely love that. Now, the concealer that I am going in with is my Juvia's Place, and this is in the shade 15. And I find myself reaching for this, this concealer, not realizing that this was the exact match that I used for my eyebrows, and it turned out like super good. So I'm gonna have to pick me up some more of this. The Juvia's Place formula is just a little bit more on the more liquider side. It's more sheer, and I kind of love a full coverage concealer. I really do. So, but I honestly love the Juvia's Place. Now, I've been using my Real Techniques brush, and this is my 402 brush. I use this brush to blend out like literally everywhere. This brush is the brush that I always use to blend out my concealer. Doesn't matter what type of thing I'm doing. Like if I'm blending out my concealer, I'm going to use this brush every single time. Now, I know some people use the beauty blender. I don't know what's that about, using the beauty blender to blend out the concealer and stuff like that underneath the eye and stuff, but I see a lot of people doing that. I don't know how it, I haven't tried it, so maybe I should try it and see how it works, but I just feel like the brush gives me the exact type of coverage that I need. They always say if you use brushes, I feel like if I use a brush, it blends out my makeup a lot better than sometimes I found myself going in with a brush to blend out and use for my setting powder as well. I just like brush applications better. The powder puff, I noticed, like if you don't dab it on the back of your hand or anything, you're going to be applying too much pressed powder, and it tends to make my under eye a little bit dry. And I'm not liking that the more I use it and the more I get familiar with it. So I had to kind of change it up a little bit. But I am going in with the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is super coverage, and this is in the shade medium beige, just to add a little bit of brightness back into my eye. Now when this concealer dries down, it dries down to the exact point to where when you blend it out, it doesn't give you like screeching or anything like that. So I honestly like that. It has a beautiful blend coverage and it's full coverage, so it just blends overall beautifully. I'm going to blend this out. I like to keep this like literally right underneath my eyes. I don't like to take this anywhere else, so I'm gonna keep this right in this area. And I notice like when you're sculpting or when you're doing your concealer or anything, however you place that concealer, it's going to blend out anyways. Like it's going to expand and blend out anyways, because you're gonna have to set it. So, and the reason why I like figured that out is because one day I didn't blend my concealer all the way through and through. I just kind of like placed it and let it do its thing, and it blended out and expanded by itself. With my Lagunas too, and I'm using a brush to blend out. Now I've usually been using a brush to blend out, specifically this type of angled brush, because I feel like it gives me more coverage. And not only does it give me more coverage, but as I go ahead and blend out everything, I can really precise where I want to blend and place that product. So as I'm putting it where I need it to go, and I'm blending out by using the rest of the product, it already gives me a very nice blend, as you can see. And I've been looking very bronzy as of lately, because I've been liking to look very bronzy and very sculpted as of lately. So I've been applying just a little bit more product and just using the rest to just sculpt. But look at that, that is already so beautiful. And I feel like if you go in with more product when you're blending, you're able to really see it pop through the makeup, because you still have to set everything in and use the powders and everything. So I feel like it go ahead and gives me that coverage that I'm looking for before I go in and blend everything out. To sculpt as well my nose, so I'm going to show you how I like to sculpt this with my nose. Since this part is already so thin, I don't think I'm going to go in up there like more so, because it's already so thin right in there. Then I'll just use the rest of the product to just blend that out. It's like literally, I don't know if it's about to storm outside, but that is currently what happened. Like, I love rainy days. I'm not gonna lie to you, I absolutely love rainy days. I feel like they are the best days to not do anything, just chill in the house, just vibe, just watch a good movie, eat a good snack, preferably a nice meal or anything like that. Usually when it rains, I'm a snacky person. I like to snack when it rains. I really don't like to get out of bed or do anything when it rains. I just like to hear, especially when it's like been hot or it hasn't rained in a minute, and then you smell the rain and everything. I just feel like rain is just such a beautiful thing. Honestly, seen Juvia's Place come out with a cream blush, excuse me, not a liquid. They came out with a cream blush. So I'm just saying, like, that innovation that you see and you think is so awkward and you think this is weird. Who's gonna be interested in something like this, or who's gonna, notice this, or why would anyone want, just having those thoughts about why would anyone want this, or why would you even think this is even fun or legit, or why would people even be interested in taking that technique or using that? Somebody else is looking at it like, babe, this is innovation. You know what I'm saying? So I always feel like don't ever shy away from those awkward or weird thoughts that you get, because it might just be your next big idea, you know? So I don't know, could help someone, could really help someone. So I'm just gonna blend the rest of this out with the Laura Mercier. Now, I'm sorry, now my setting powder, it has to be the Laura Mercier, because I just love the way this setting powder sets into my skin and the way I can blend out everything and it just sets immediately. I'm talking about immediately. Okay? So now that this is done, the last step that I like to go in with is, the last two steps that I like to go in with, and implementing a new brush into my technique today. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me. Absolutely love this powder. Take a little bit and just go right on the side of my nose and in to this inner corner. Oh yeah, I love that. Slight but effective. You always gotta learn your face. I feel like when you learn your face within your makeup, you can be able to hit those pinpoints that you really want to see definition and sculpt in, and it'll work out for you. But you have to know your face. I barely use this brush, which is so funny because this is my Morphe brush. It came with a set of brushes. I've barely scratched the surface of using this brush. So I'm going to go in with my all over powder, and I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal True Match. This is like always going to be in rotation until I can find another. I was using my Bare Minerals in rotation a lot, but I dropped it and it broke, and so the powder was literally everywhere. I still have it, but I will have to compress it back together and do all of that with my makeup and just replenish it. But yeah, anyways, I've been going in with this one to really blend out all over my face, and I've been going in with a very fluffy type of brush. And the key to doing this is just letting the bristles hit the place that it needs to. I like to go in a little bit heavier right in here though. Oh, this brush is still wet a little bit. Hold on, I just cleaned my brushes. It's so funny how I found out to do this technique to like blend everything in, because at first I never really went in with the all over powder to blend out my makeup. But as you can see, me going in with the all over powder or some type of powder just to blend everything in, it really helps the makeup just get rid of those harsh lines that you may have created, or it just pretty much blends everything in and blend everything together. I don't like to usually go underneath my eyes because it's no point. I want to keep that highlight right in there. And I don't blend directly on my contour or my bronzer because I like to keep my bronzer very, very prominent. But everywhere else, especially around my mouth, I like to really go in with this powder. Really blend everything in. Now, another step that I like to take it a little bit further, and I know I was talking about the powder puffs. I don't blend with the powder puffs liquid on my eye, but I do like to go in, since the powder puff is a little bit more dense, and go right in underneath my eye in that same area that I did previously. In with my Morphe setting spray again. My Mirror Magic palette, my 35 MI Mirror Magic palette, and I'm going in with Shadow Play. Now, this is my absolute favorite part out of my whole makeup routine. It's going in and detailing all of my makeup. I absolutely love to detail my makeup. So it's this beautiful orange color. It's kind of like the same color as my shirt. I'm going to go in and take this eyeshadow brush. It's my Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. And when I'm going underneath the eye, you want to dab. Like press that color in, because if you smear it, you might have a little bit of fallout. So you just want to dab, you don't want to smear it. Oh, that is so beautiful. And yes, I am going to blend it out because it looks a little bit too harsh. And as you can see, it does look a little bit too harsh. So I am going to go in and kind of tone it down and blend it out to where it looks a little bit more even into the skin. Now, as you can see, that's very bold. And that's what I mean. Like, it's super bold, but I like to make it a little bit more subtle. So I am going to go in with the shade Big Reveal. And it's kind of the same. I'm just going to take the same brush and just gently blend out the edges. As you can see, it already made it kind of subtle. And that's what I want. I don't want to get rid of the color or anything. I just kind of want to make it a little bit more subtle. Liner or a nude liner or anything like that, but let me play around. I think I want to go in with the white liner. I think I want to use white because as of lately I've been using a black liner for like a lot. So let me go ahead and kind of switch it up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this white liner. Because it's already creamy, especially if you have a good one. I feel like it's so pretty. And they always say like if you use white liner, it makes the eyes a little bit bigger. If you ever get like mascara underneath the eye or anything like that, go in with a spoolie and set it first. Like, don't make sure it's not wet or anything. Go in with a spoolie and then just kind of fluff the rest of it away. And then you can go back in with some powder or something. Kind of fix that problem for you. Okay, so I went in with my lip combo and I already did kind of like just put in voila. And boom, a lip combo. Now I did go in with a little bit of gold to detail. So let's finish up this lip combo. Okay, so I did say I was going to use my Maybelline lipstick, and this is in the shade Bare Reveal. Have not used this in a while. It's kind of like the same color as my lips, which makes it perfect. It's super creamy and it's not really sticky. It's not really a sticky formula, so it doesn't really like stick to the lips, and it blends perfectly. Oh, that is gorgeous. Now I think I'm going to top it off with a gloss. I feel like a gloss will really make the look come together, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. Crystal Baller just because it has that little shimmer. I absolutely love this lip oil. And then I'm gonna go in with my Broadway lip gloss, actual gloss. Oh, look at that. It has such a high shine. I go in with my e.l.f. to create a beauty mark on the side of my nose to indicate that I do have a birthmark. So I just wanted to go ahead and make that noticeable because I really do love that. And so I'm going in with my Bellini palette and I'm just creating my blush. The two colors that I am going in with is called Peach a Cake and Life's a Peach. So I'm just blending out that harsh line that you see right there, and I'm just blending that out. So this is the finishing look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and be sure to check out my Amazon storefront to be able to purchase with me any of these products that you see. It will be listed in the description box down below. I'll check out my community board and also click the link for my beacon as well, so you guys can get updated newsletters and see all of the other things that I have to offer for you guys. Also, don't forget to ring that notification bell, because not only does it help my channel, but it also gets me in contact with other beauties. It also helps my channel to grow and to be able to find other beauties like you guys. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay hydrated, and see you guys next time. Bye. You know, I found your pretty eyes out of